Hey everybody, this is Scott Roth with the Bakersfield Jam, and I got Nick Lewis sitting behind me. We're in the Reno airport. We just got done playing 2 games in a back-to-back, and wanted to touch base with you all out there in podcast world to update you on our travels. We're getting ready to head off to Salt Lake City here this afternoon, and we play the Flash tomorrow night. But going back to our 2-0 start, we're really excited about the way we got off to a good start, especially in LA. Nick behind me was a big part of that. He finished the season last year very strong for us, had a great summer with Oklahoma Thunder now, and went to Spain. Unfortunately broke his foot, came back to us early in the season here to get started, and we're happy to have him. Say hello, Nick, to everyone out there.
Hello, everyone out there. It's a Reno Tahoe International.
Reno Tahoe, I appreciate it. Well, I'm not up. I thought it was going to be John Wayne or something fancy out here. Speaking of that, though, you're from this area, correct?
Yeah, my family all lives here, and my mom and dad grew up here and went to school at UNR.
So you hung out last night with the family after the game?
Yep.
Good.
Aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody.
Good. Well, hey, we'll go back to our first game. We were in LA, and kind of the early jitters of the game. Our first time out on the floor together, and we kind of went back and forth early in that game. But the second half, we really turned our defense up and ended up winning by 26, and really came together in the second half. Nick was a big part of that. Had 18 points and did a nice job for us. What do you think so far of the team at this point and going forward?
I think it's unbelievable. I mean, our camaraderie from the beginning. This is one of the first teams I've been on from the start that we've all been, all on board and just together. We're friends on and off the court, and I think it shows because, like you said, we came together in the second half and really played well. And
then we moved in. We had a late flight. We got into Reno the next night at about 11:30 at night. Checked in the hotel by 12. Got up for an early shoot around, and it was a big day in Reno. Obviously, LA was their opening game for them, and then we came into kind of a hostile building. Not only was it an opening game for Reno last night, but it was their inaugural game for their first time in the history of their franchise. Brand new floor, brand new shot clock, the whole thing, and they played very well, and it was a battle down the stretch going back and forth until we made a few plays at the end, and we're lucky to pull it out. Great environment here in Reno. They should do very well in their market here. They have a nice team also. Nick struggled a little bit in that game with some foul trouble, but like you said, he bounced back and played well. What do you see going forward as you personally, as your strengths and weaknesses and what you need to work on, Nick, as we go forward?
I think, first of all, like you touched on, our defense has got to be, as you said, flowing regardless of how we're doing offensively. And I think, you touched on it a lot. We can score with anybody, and we're going to score a lot. But, if we can stop people consistently on night in, night out, then we're going to do really well. And so I think, that's a big part of my game that I need to work on too, is just be consistent on the defensive end. The scoring is going to come. So just pick up the rebound and defense.
Well, that kind of summed it up for us too, because once again we got into the later part of the game against Reno and kind of did what we did in LA in the second half, but we kind of waited a little bit longer in Reno to the last 4 or 5 minutes to really tune our defense up, and we really got after them defensively. They had a couple of 24-second violations, and then we ended up making some key plays and a few foul shots. Really, at the end of the day, we were kind of lucky to win the game in a certain way. We were 27 for 44 from the foul line, which is unbelievable, and then 1 for 12 from the three, and still were able to pull the game out and play together. Everyone was fighting and crawling, grinding it out and clawing for that victory. And it's nice to get 2 wins on the road. Last year, when I took this team over, I think they were 2-20 or 2-22, and those 2 wins on the road ties us for last year's wins on the road already. So we're off to a nice start. We have a big game in Utah. We're going to have a hands full with them. They also have 2 players that have been sent down from the Boston Celtics, Bill Walker and J.R. Giddens. So we'll have our hands full with them. We'll update you next week about that. One thing I want to tell Nick too is something big happened to you this summer. Tell us what transpired there with you this summer.
Yeah, big life changer. Got engaged to my girlfriend of 4 years. We're going to be tying the knot.
Well, you can give the name. You don't need the last name, but you say a shout out to her.
Jessica, hello out there. She actually does check this and looks at this. So hello to her and hello to the family. And yep, taking the next step.
Yeah, but you got to get a little deep in that where it happened, because it's not like in the backyard or at Bob's Steakhouse. Tell
my dad organized a family trip this summer, and we went to Tuscany over in Italy, and it just worked out. The timing was great. A lot of help from them, and we kind of just organized a little situation, and Jessica was able to come with us on that trip, and just kind of popped the question walking down the streets of Tuscany. So it was pretty cool, and like you said, it's not just down at Bob's Steakhouse. It's pretty cool.
It's hard to say no, right, in that environment.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, that's basically what I was going for.
And I think you had her in a place where she couldn't get away from you either, so I think you kind of just forced her into saying yes, because she couldn't get on a plane or a flight. You had her. So
she was stuck for the next 7 days.
It's actually moving forward, people. If you have that opportunity, that's probably a good way to actually make sure they say yes.
It makes it easier. Makes it a lot easier.
Bring them to another country and then say yes or no, or we're leaving you. So, but anyways, that was a big event, obviously, for Nick. It's going to be life-changing for him, and as he starts to build his family and go forward. Moving forward with us, like I said, we play on Monday in Salt Lake City, and then we go with another back-to-back. Oh, actually, we go back and play LA on Wednesday, and then a back-to-back on Friday and Saturday. So we're just going to keep going down the road here. We'll keep having other players and some other coaches involved in the podcast. I want to give a quick update on my weight loss program because I've been trying to go through that. Everyone's been busting my chops about it.
You just had chicken soup in a packet.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before in my life.
Chicken soup in a packet. But my first weigh-in last week was I lost 6 pounds, 5 to 6 pounds, which in 7 days is unbelievable. And I missed the weigh-in because we were on this road trip. So I have another weigh-in on Wednesday when I get home. But I'm losing weight rapidly.
And
I get to eat.
He eats whatever he wants.
I get to eat everything I want.
He needs some new shorts and some new pants.
I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. But I weighed in. I started off at 291. My last weigh-in was 296 in that area, 295, and I'm curious.
86.
286.
We're subtracting.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see what happens on this next one here. Hopefully I'll get down maybe in the 270 range, maybe 278, 279. But they're already busting my chops about my pants falling down, so I got to work on that. In the meantime, give us a shout out. You can give us I'll check your emails. We'll try to answer some questions as we go forward. You can contact me at sroth@bakersfieldjam.com. That's sroth@bakersfieldjam.com. Give us a shout. We'll try to answer some questions for you as we go through this. And thanks for tuning in. Nick, say goodbye.
Bye.
All right, we'll see y'all. Thanks.